Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys, and thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk Heaviums today. 40 TP, Tier 6. Now, the classic Heavium you might think about is the E50 or E50M. These are going to be tanks that are classified as mediums that play as heavies. The mid-tier, though, there's quite a few of these things, and this is one of them that I've found, this 40 TP. Tier 6. Not very fast for a medium. It is classified as a medium. Hits pretty hard, though. At Tier 6, you're talking about, I believe, a 240 Alpha. Is that right? Let's find out right here. Yes, 240 Alpha at Tier 6 in a medium tank. Fairly long reload and decent armor. And I've enjoyed this. I got it to 100 battles, so it was one of my last 100 battle challenge tanks, along with the 3002M, which is the German Tier 6 medium that has armor kind of like a heavy at Tier 6, but it has a little pew-pew gun at 140 or so, 160, something like that, Alpha. But this thing's hitting much harder. We're here on Himmelshalufdorf. And I'm going to head up here to this upper area. It always helps, of course, that the other team is not so good. I'm one tier down in a two-tier battle. We'll come up here and see what's going on immediately. The IS-2 wants to come up. And I just need to get in here and get a shot, and I'll try to back out and get out of the P-43's way. And fortunately, I did not cause him to get hit right there. And I believe the KB-3 or somebody else loses their mind and starts to come across. So when you're talking about a Heavium, and really at Tier 6, the line is a little bit blurred, but this one really feels like more like a heavy tank. You're going to go probably to where the heavy tanks do things. And I would even say the P-43 right next to me is a similar situation in terms of mid-tier medium tanks that play as heavy tanks. Between the King Tiger C, me, and the P-43, we actually rock that KB-3's world, and I'm going to go ahead and push forward. They did not show their hand right here on this hill. They lost the FL-10. The King Tiger went around the corner. He's not getting shot in the back. I don't feel like there's much of anything right there on that ramp. That's going to allow us to fold around on the KB-3 and the IS-2 and take them out. We do have to watch and see if there's anything coming up right here, but look how many TDs are in this game. And then look how many guys are down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them already in the Jackson. And all of a sudden we're starting to feel like over here we've got an advantage. We're going to press it. This is a position right here that you can get in trouble with. Say there were some slower tanks coming up this ramp and they just hadn't showed themselves yet, you can push in here and start getting shredded. So you can overcommit in this little area pretty easily, but it's been so long that it's looking like that's not going to happen. And we have an opportunity to take out both of these Tier 7 heavy tanks. I think I actually bounced off this guy. Get out of the way for the King Tiger, let him shoot. There you go. Come in here for the KV-3. Sneak a shot into the turret, he's gone. Get a little bungled up with the KV, or with the King Tiger, and now we're going to come over here and start shooting this guy. Oh, a couple unlucky bounces in there for sure. And we get rid of the Jackson, we have the KV-1S. Artillery dumping on the King Tiger C, and we'll just keep the party rolling. We do have a bit of an issue back on the cap. The KV-85 T-34-1 have pushed up. And sneak a shot into this guy as he goes around the corner, and then we'll cut left. I want to avoid the arty as much as possible. No, the Rompel stomp is on. Fortunately, there's a Type 64 down in the middle shooting from a bush that none of us can see. And the P-43 gets kind of beat up by that guy. Looks like he's definitely got eyes on. I don't know where he is. I think he's in the bush above that, up on the hill, based on the angle. You'll notice what I'm doing right there is I'm taking that gun line and trying to line it up with the usual suspects in terms of bushes. And I believe, based on where we find him, he's higher up on the hill, unfortunately. I think drawbacks on tanks like this is they tend to be slow. So your ability to move from cover to cover and get forward is somewhat limited. You can see I'm going to get pretty well schwammered by this Type 64. He's already put 2 shots in me. I think he gets a third and maybe a fourth before we can do anything. I just lose a lot of hit points trying to get across there. 472. I mean, he hit me all 4 times, which is pretty unbelievable. So much for the Heavium, right? Well, he was hitting me on the side. Plus, he was spamming APCR at me. Good on him. He took a lot of points off of me. Got the 1357. Moving across. The dispersion on this is okay once it gets all the way zoomed. You can see it takes a while. We're able to sneak a shot on there. Got a little bit of the shaky hand going on. Try to sneak one more into him. Now he's pushing into the KV-13. Those 1357s could be brutal, but I think he rammed him. He tried to ram, or maybe the KV-13 was smart enough to move forward and smash him. We're up to 1,701 damage. We've got 2 kills. So when you're running with the Heaviums like that, it's not necessarily a situation where you go, all right, I'm a medium, I only go where mediums go. In fact, this thing would be really pretty poorly suited to come off the hill and get down into the southeast right here. It's just not that fast as far as coming down that hill down there, and not very maneuverable. Climbing up hills is very slow because it's just a heavy medium kind of tank. So really its best bet is to go over there and work with the heavies. Bring that big alpha, decent penetration, okay armor in there, and start taking those guys on. That goes right over his back deck. This guy just moves in the exact right way a couple times. There we go. So you get a shot on him, he gets tracked, fixes it, starts to move. Try to sneak one more on him there. Oh, we missed. And he's diving down. We're up to 2,056 damage. I think we get, yeah, we're going to get a kill on this 34-1, but he actually survives a couple attempts here. Try to sneak one in here. Didn't hit. I can see it hit the ground, so that didn't hit him. KV-13 and 25/2 are going in. Should light him up here pretty soon. There he is. And we'll just sneak that shot in, get that last kill for 4 kills, 2,244 damage. And we're able to have a pretty big impact on this game. If you look at my damage and the King Tiger C, who has died, we're both over 2,000. So we put the lion's share of the damage up there in the heavy brawling area there. So just be careful when you're looking at a tank. Kind of, instead of just looking at the class that it is, look at the way it plays, at its possibilities, its strengths and weaknesses, and then take the tank to the position where those will do the most good. As opposed to maybe going, well, I'm in a TD or a medium, so I go to camp in a TD, or mediums, I go to places where the mediums go. Maybe that's not what you are today. And it has a lot to do with the kind of tank you're in. So lots of good examples like this at Tier 6. This is one of them. Just wanted to showcase this. I have showcased the 100 Battle Challenge tanks in the past. I haven't done it for a while, so I just wanted to show you this. Because I'm done with this one. I won't be playing it on stream anymore after 100 battles. So I just wanted to chuck this one out there. I really like this line. It's a pretty darn good line, especially in the mid-tiers. So it should be a fairly comfortable tank to play. Just remember, if you're thinking it's a fast medium kind of tank because it says medium, it's not. So don't get frustrated by that. Just shift your game plan and play it to its strengths. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you.